You sound like Alan Shearer. Pressure is for tyres.
Yeah, no, exactly that. Exactly. I just don't want to say anything corny that could get clipped up. Clipped up, and I'm not doing that one.
It's awful. It's awful, that saying, by the way. Awful.
It doesn't matter about the result. It's still the best memory I've had in rugby today. I loved the World Cup for everything that it was. I wouldn't be the player that I am today without the heartbreak at the end of it. Would you play in this squad?
I think I would. Well, I think I don't play seriously. I play at grassroots level. So I just think I'd look really cute in photos.
Women back women, and it's so powerful. And it's something that very much inspires me, and I want to keep on doing that. I want to, hand the baton over to someone else once we've been successful, and just keep on building. Because women are going to take over, and I can't wait to be part of it.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the official Rugby World Cup podcast, sponsored by Asahi Superdry, the official beer of the Women's Rugby World Cup 2025. I'm your host, Betty Glover, joined, as always, by my co-host, Onwusiri. And last time I saw you, by the way, it was 50 days before the Rugby World Cup, and you were absolutely buzzing. You couldn't sit still. Yeah. You couldn't shut up. How are you feeling now? Because it's 9 days before it gets started.
I'm even more buzzing and even more annoying, and I haven't shut up since I've come here. It's so exciting. It's 9 days, and it's the biggest event of the summer for me. So yeah, I'm buzzing.
It is. It's coming soon, and we're getting serious. Before we sort of explain exactly where we are, we've got to introduce our guest, and it is a very special guest as well. It is the one and only Red Roses, Ellie Kildunne.
Hello. Hello, thank you for having me.
How are you, Ellie?
Yeah, I'm well. I'm buzzing, same as. It's felt like the longest pre-season I've ever had in my life, but I am absolutely buzzing for the tournament to kick off now.
Well, we're going to get into it all with you in a second, but first, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll sort of see where we are. We're in a pub in Shoreditch. If you're listening, it is it's very cool. We've got lots of rugby pictures, lots of Asahi shirts hanging above us, and next to me is the Women's Rugby World Cup trophy, which is incredible. Ellie, look at it. Feast your eyes on this bad boy.
I know, it's one of those ones I don't want to look at it too much. I want it to be the time that I see it wants to be in my hands when we win it. But yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous, and yeah, I can't wait to have it in my hands.
I've been told by somebody that it is designed especially so that players can drink out of it.
Yeah, so this is actually funny. So we had a chat about it. So I have seen it before, and I was explaining how the Six Nations trophy, I've got a video on my TikTok somewhere where I'd filled it with beer and I went to drink it, and it all just, none of it went in my mouth. It all just went down me, and I wasted all the beer. We were in France. No one had any drinks because I just tipped it all on the floor, because it had obviously I'm not touching it, but it had a rim underneath it, so it all just fell out. So yeah, very much appreciate the designers of the World Cup so people can drink out of it.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's got a proper rim and everything.
What do you think you're going to drink out of it when you win?
Well, she's very confident, Izan.
I don't want to even think about it. I don't want to think about that.
Look, so you're coming into this World Cup with good preparation. You guys thrashed France in your last warm-up game. How did that feel for you? Because obviously you're back, you're playing after, 4 months out with injury? Yeah,
I mean, it was... France away is always a funny one. The French fans are absolutely crazy, firstly. But, we knew that it was almost like our final and last bit of preparation that we can have before the World Cup kicks off. And, I had a niggle in my hamstring a few months ago, and I've been training in pre-season fully the whole time anyway. So it has felt like a long 4 months, but it's almost built inside, and I've been getting stronger, I've been getting faster and fitter, and I've never felt more ready for what's to come in 9 days time now. So lots of learnings from the French game. Obviously we were successful, but you can learn from every game that you play, and now I'm just thinking about the next one and how we can get better. It just looked like you guys were so calm, collected. You looked just so calm, singing throughout the national anthem, just
yeah, you just looked like you were loving every second of it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to love it. Like the French fans, like I said, they're crazy, and there was like a band playing the whole time. I mean, if you had an earpiece on what I was saying, I'm just trying to get people's attention because couldn't hear a flipping thing. I don't know where they've got the lungs from, but the whole game they were blowing the trumpets. I don't know how they kept up with it, but yeah, you've got to enjoy it. You know, playing France away is very, very special, and I think, you know, if you're gonna go to a game where you want to feel a real atmosphere that's outside of England, definitely go to a French away game. But yeah, it was fun. We knew what we were going there for, and we've got a lot from it. So yeah, it's not bad.
And one of my favorite bits was when you and Meg did the rodeo celebration. Could you tell me like more about that? Like, where did that come from, and like, why'd you do it? It is great.
Yeah, it's
a top celebration.
It's a good question. I just think, well, firstly, the Cowboys, it's not just me, Meg and Jess. There's actually like loads of people in the Red Roses. We made a silly group chat when we were in New Zealand because there was like scooters, you know, like the Lime bikes and stuff. There was like Lime scooters, and New Zealand is known for its like hills. This one part that we're in, there was these like massive hills, and we're like, nah, Cowboys go down the hills on scooters. So we made this silly group chat called the Cowboys. Anyway, then we said, like, when we score a try in the games, let's hold the Cowboy celebration. It just so happened we scored quite a few tries. So we started doing the rodeo. I can't do it with my left hand actually, so more of a right hand.
What are you gonna do for the World Cup then? Are you gonna?
A horse is gonna come out, and we're just gonna ride a horse down.
It's only 10 minutes long.
Everybody, the celebration's over.
You just got to try.
I feel like it's such a good vibe in the Roses camp though. What was camp like? Because I've seen all sorts of videos of you guys dancing, doing all sorts, like in the swimming pool. Like, have you actually done any hard work?
We have done so much hard work. Seriously, I was so glad to see the back end of fitness because it's been really hard work, and you know they've taken us through our paces, and we've really put the graft in as a team. Obviously on social media you'll see the fun side of things, and we've put a lot of like blood, sweat and tears. Seriously, sometimes I've been crying my eyes out because I don't want to do it anymore, but we've made so many memories already, and we know that this World Cup is going to be so special for many, many reasons. And no matter what the result is, I want to look back and, you know, really relish in the memories that we've made. And to answer your question, I love camp. I never want to be out of camp. It's some of my best friends. I make the best memories, and there's no other team I'd rather be playing for.
What's something about camp that like people don't know?
What goes on in camp?
Talk me through your day.
Well, yeah. So, firstly, like obviously, people listening, we're not actually camping like outside in tents. Like, people do ask that, and
it's fun,
not.
though.
No one.
Be a good
Is that what you're into?
People don't ask that,
I think
do
it'd be
they?
funny to. That's what you guys do.
Yeah, no, we camp is just when you're training, obviously, and we stay at hotels, and we're in full-time training. But you know, there's not that much outside of what you don't see. Like I think what's really cool is that we have as female athletes, we use our social media to our advantage to, you know, show the world what we're getting up to, because, you know, that might be the thing that inspires the young girl on Instagram to see that people are doing the dance that she's been learning with her best friend for the past week, and they're actually England players as well. We've been to like on roller coasters, and we've done loads of like team building things. Obviously we went to Italy. That was really fun as well.
That must be so important when you're in that team environment, because obviously the performance and performing to your highest levels, etc., helps you win a tournament, but that bond that you have within a team is so special, and it just feels like you guys have got that sorted. That's down to a T.
I think it's one of those things that you can never have it sorted. I think it's something that you always build on. You always can get closer. You can always make more memories, and we're in a very, very good place right now, and we're going to keep on building on that culture. It's going to get even more special with the memories that come alongside it. And, you know, we're going to have to go through some really hard work, and there's going to be times that it's not easy. There's going to be times that we're going to be cheering and smiling, and I think it's really important to be in those moments as a team. And yeah, we've put a lot of work into the culture, and I love the girls. I love the girls, and I can't wait to keep on making memories alongside them.
So we saw you guys at camp and watching the Lionesses Euros win. How did that feel? Like, what was the vibe like? And like, it's a big summer of women's sport. Like, how does that make you feel like coming into the World Cup.
It was amazing watching the Lionesses. I think it's one of those ones. I remember when they won it the first time round and how much that inspired me, because it was almost like, I want a bit of that. I want to do what they've done. You know, we've seen the knock-on effects that winning the Euros first time round had for all women in sport. It doesn't have to be in football, in the UK and beyond. And, you know, coming into this year, they had expectations. They had the pressure that they were going to win it again. And I think that's something that we can very much see like for like with us. We might not have won the last World Cup, but we know what the expectations are on us. Something that I loved seeing is the adversity that they went through and how much fight they had to put into being successful. It wasn't pretty at times. You know, some of the games, everyone was on the edge of the seats. We had this rule where I didn't even know it was a rule, if I'm honest, that you had to switch seats every time. Like, we'd be all watching it in camp and Amy Ken, right, switch seats, and everyone would change seats because it's like good luck or something. And if they're doing well, you don't move. So it was just, you know, we got together. I've been fortunate enough to, you know, do some appearances alongside some of the Lionesses, so I know a few of them personally now. But, you know, it is a huge, you know, summer of sport, like you've said. And Chloe Kelly putting her story up of us walking out for the French game the other day. I couldn't believe it. I was like, that's Chloe Kelly doing that. That's mad. Alex Greenwood commented on my my pictures saying like, let's go, and we can really feel this team bigger than the team, and that's what I think is so special about women in sport, that women back women, and it's so powerful. And it's something that very much inspires me, and I want to keep on doing that. I want to, you know, hand the baton over to someone else once we've been successful, and just keep on building, because women are going to take over, and I can't wait to be part of it.
Yeah.
Well, before we get stuck into this World Cup, we've got to talk about the fact that it's your second World Cup. Deep breath. The last final. Probably not the best memories from it, I guess. But how do you sort of reflect on that, and sort of how are you using that experience that you can take into this one this time?
To be honest with you, it doesn't matter about the result. It's still the best memory I've had in rugby today. I loved the World Cup for everything that it was. I wouldn't be the player that I am today without the heartbreak at the end of it. But the whole tournament itself, a World Cup is special. It doesn't matter whether you come first or last. A World Cup is special. And being out in New Zealand, I have some of the most fond memories, and I'm, you know, got really close to like my friends and my teammates, because we were so apart from England, like 36 hours on the plane. It's so far away. The time difference was stupid. I couldn't speak to anybody at home. So I've got such fond memories of New Zealand and of the World Cup, and the loss at the end taught me more than any book would be able to ever tell me. I already thought that I wanted it, but then as soon as we lost, it just reignited a fire that I already thought was like blazing inside me. And I just remember going into the changing room straight after and being like, can we just go again now? I don't want to have to wait 3 years. That's so long. Can we just go back out now? I was absolutely knackered, but I still wanted to go out, and I still wanted to relive it. And I then remember using the 36 hours on the flight, writing down all the 1% I can get better in. And it was like this spider diagram. And trust me, you've got a lot of time to think on 36 hours flight.
Wow.
Just head wrapped into where can I get better so that I never feel this feeling ever again. And that's been the focus, I guess. That's been the thing. That's why I've loved it so much, because since that moment, I have been to an Olympics. I've won a Grand Slam. I've won World Player of the Year. It's
not been bad, has it?
It's not been bad. It's not been bad. And it's almost like I'm not stopping now. It doesn't stop now. And had it been for that loss of the World Cup, I don't know. But something clicked inside me. Something went, and I thought, I'm never slowing down now. This is it. I'm not going to look back and regret anything, because I'm going to just keep on going and going.
Can you remember what one of those 1%ers were that you wrote down?
Well, I don't know if New Zealand, Canada, France might be listening to this podcast, but honestly, I'd have to find I'll find it after we win the World Cup. But every single bit of my game, and that doesn't just mean on the pitch. That means off the pitch. Like, how can I get better in my sleep, in my nutrition? How can I get better in my high ball catches and my tackling? It was everything. How can I get better in my heart and my soul? Like, what feeds my soul? Okay, I want to listen to more music. I want to go to more music events. What feeds, like, fills my cup? I want to be around my friends. I want to take photos of my friends because that fills my cup up to see them smile when I show them a picture. So everything that you can think about, I just thought, right, I'm taking it to the next level now. And that's what I've been living by.
You're so wholesome. Sorry, you're so sweet. I'm like welling up here.
Stop it.
So like, yes, you said like you have those 1% and those small things. But like, if you think like broadly, if you could describe in like maybe a sentence or something, like how do you think you've changed as a player then?
Being authentically myself.
Nice.
On pitch and off pitch. And that being, I'm not trying to be like anybody. You know, when people say who inspires you, not one person inspires me, because there's no point trying to be like that one player, because I'm never going to be them. I'll keep on fighting and I'll keep on chasing the tail, but I'm never going to be, you know, the next Jason Robinson, because I'm not Jason Robinson. I'm never going to be the next Noe Waterman, because I'm just not her. I'm Ellie. So there's no point trying to be like those people, and I can learn from these people. I want the air prowess of Freddie Stewart, because he's so good in the air, but I'm also not 6 foot something, so I want to be like that. I want the footwork of Jason Robinson and the footwork of Noe Waterman. I want the fight and the dog that Noe Waterman's got. I want to learn from everybody that I can see around me and inspire to be the best version of myself.
It's so interesting. You never really hear that. Mostly people are like, I aspire to this person or I aspire to that person. I love the fact that you're like, no, I'm just going to be me.
Yeah, exactly that.
What changed that made you think like that?
Confidence. You know, we had a bit of a rejig in the coaching staff, fresh eyes that came in and just basically said, look, John Mitchell, he's brilliant. He just came in and said, "This, what are you good at?" It made me answer it. And then, okay, let's get after that then. What do you see? I go to him to change him. Oh, what did you see? He said, what did you see? Just back yourself. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, I'll do that. But yeah, that definitely was a change. But also, I just kind of took a step outside of my life and appreciated it for what it is right now. Like, there's no point chasing to make my life a certain way, to have expectations of what rugby's meant to be like. I just have to be happy in the moment, because you never know when that moment's gonna end. I never know when my rugby career is gonna end. I never know when, you know, like, no, I don't want to get really deep with it, but you just don't know how long that memory is going to last, or that moment is going to last until it's finished. So I kind of took a step out of my life to realise that, and now I'm very much where my feet are, and I'm so focused on the now. Like, people I don't even know when the World Cup kicks off. I don't know what date it is. Like, you're saying
9 days.
I don't know.
9 days,
We know.
I know the 9 days. Days, but like, what date? Like, when people say what date, I'm like, I don't know actually, because I'm so in now. Like, it's so important to be in now, because I'm seeking happiness from now. I want to be really part of this journey and remember it for the rest of my life.
Well, it is starting soon. 9 days until your first pool game against the USA. What's the vibe like within the camp? Is everybody feeling the way that you are?
It's hard to say, because you don't really go around asking everybody like how
do you
you
not have a
feeling
group
for the
chat?
World Cup. Yeah,
every day. Morning, guys. 8
guys.
days to go.
No, it's not like that. It's you know, we have, this hasn't just been since the start of pre-season. This has been 3 years of graft, of work, of, you know, winning a lot of games and learning a lot from the games that we've been part of. You know, there's been a few games that we've really been pushed to the wire. Canada have done it, New Zealand, France have done it. We have learned so much as a team, not just on pitch but also off pitch as well. The vibe is we're ready. We're so ready. There is obviously always more that we can do, but you know, we're ready to climb that mountain and to see where it takes us.
There's like a lot of chat at the moment about how you guys are unbeatable, as I think it's something like over 1,000 days on a winning streak, which is amazing. What kind of pressure does that put onto you and like put onto the team in terms of like your performance for the World Cup and like things going forward?
Pressure, seriously, is just because people care. And a few years ago we were trying to tell people, oh, care about it more. The fact that now people are saying it's pressure because there's so much care, so much expectation. That's a privilege, and it's not going to slow down. So we're used to it. We're used to the pressure. You got to get used. You got to live in it and see it at showtime. I'm ready to entertain and take it past whatever you're going to expect anyway.
Oh, I love that. You sound like Alan Shearer. Pressure is for tyres.
Yeah, no, exactly that. Exactly. I just don't want to say anything corny that could get clipped up. And I'm not doing that one.
It's awful. It is awful, that saying, by the way. Awful. On that, I expect you're going to answer this in quite a similar way. But you were, of course, voted World Player of the Year last year, which, what a title that is, by the way.
Yeah,
World Player of the Year.
It's pretty cool. I get a bit embarrassed about it sometimes. It's a bit of a mouthful as well. Do you know what I mean?
It is, yeah.
What would you rather it be?
Best
I
player in
don't
the
know.
world.
I don't know. I don't want to give it any names.
Best player in the universe.
Yeah.
That's what
Best woman in the world.
I'm pushing.
But does it add any pressure knowing that, you know, you've got a target on your back, I guess? Like, people are coming up against you being like, well, she's the best player in the world, this one, so.
Yeah, it does, simply put. But that I use to my advantage. You know, you can see that as a target. People are going to fly out the line and try smash me. If they do that, it gives me more time to step them and go around them. It makes it easier. When someone comes up at me fast, it's actually easier to step them. So I see rugby as almost like a game of chess. How can I work out the game before the game's even begun? How can I see someone's movement to beat them when I've got the ball in hand? But it's no different to what the whole of the Red Roses are feeling. Everyone's got a target on the back. We're number one in the world. Everyone wants to knock number one off. It doesn't matter if it's Wales versus England. The French are supporting Wales. No one's supporting England. Do you know what I mean? So, like that, I think that's not something to be scared of. Everyone's going to turn up for a World Cup. It doesn't matter if you're World Player of the Year. It doesn't matter if you're number 1 or you're number 12. It's a World Cup. Everyone's going to show up. Everyone's been working so hard for this moment.
What team do you like playing against the most?
Oh, good question.
Good question. Very good question. I do like playing against New Zealand.
Yeah.
I do like playing against. I don't really like playing against France, can I be honest here.
Yeah.
I know we played them in the weekend, but
You look like you loved it.
I don't really like playing France, but yeah, New Zealand I do like playing. Obviously facing a hacker is pretty special.
Yeah.
And I think once you understand the meaning of it, it becomes more special. It's like going into battle and the respect that comes behind it is very cool. And obviously playing in New Zealand before. Yeah, I like playing against New Zealand. I just love rugby. I love playing. I love rugby. I love, like I said, the chess game that you play from one game, what you can learn from one game and take into the next game. And I think that's what I loved about the Six Nations just passed as well. And what, you know, I was so gutted about getting injured towards the end is that I'd almost learned from each game and I knew what I had to bring for that final move of the Grand Slam, and then to not quite be able to be involved in it. I was obviously gutted, but I've learned so much from that as well. I had to listen to my body and I was like, okay, God's plan, I'm just going to have to go to the gym right now, and it's because something bigger is coming. So it's I just love rugby. I'm such a rugby nose, honestly.
I love the chess analogy as well, because look, do you think sort of one, like 2 steps ahead, 3 steps ahead as well?
I try to. I mean, sometimes I have no idea what I'm doing myself. Like, I've got ball in hand, I'm just thinking, oh, scared of you, gonna avoid you. And I end up scoring a try from it. I don't really know how it happens most of the time. But yeah, like we put in a lot of analysis and a lot of work, but I think having that target on our backs, we've got to play smart. You've got to play, like, say, that chess, because, you know, you might see somebody stacking looking like they're going to run at you really hard. Just hold your feet a little bit. You might be able to get around them more. I don't want to give our gameplay away, obviously, but yeah, I think rugby is more than just battering into each other. You've got to sometimes like just see the wider view of it, and it is tactical, and you've got to be smart with it. So whether it's like the kicks that you play, or whatever line out, don't ask me about line outs, I have no flipping clue about line outs, but there's always tactics behind everything, and I think that's what makes it like even more beautiful when you start understanding it.
So it's a home World Cup. How much will the England squad like draw on the fact that it's a local tournament and you're basically at home?
I don't think it changes anything for us personally. At the end of the day, it's a World Cup.
Yeah.
Like I said, a World Cup everyone shows up for. It will be nice having, you know, sold out stadiums of a lot of people that support England. You know, in comparison to the World Cup final last time, and there was like 50 English people and everyone else was New Zealand fans. It was so scary, honestly. When they did the haka and everyone was doing it, I was like, oh my goodness, this is so loud. Yeah, but to have, that it's not home advantage. I wouldn't like to see it as a home advantage. It's just home support, and that's very special.
Do you not see it as home advantage? Why?
No. What difference does it make? Then having people come in to watch us play, they don't have the ball in the hat. Just because there's a sold-out stadium of England fans, I can still drop the ball over the line. It doesn't. They're not catching the ball for me. I can still drop it. So that's why I'm not focused on that. Like, honestly, it's weird when you play and it's that loud in the stadium. It's almost like nobody's there because it's so constant. It's almost like mute. And sometimes you can't hear what each other is saying, and I'm saying to the wingers, like, go wider, and they go, what? I'm like, go wider. There's some moves, let's say, because obviously I've got a northern accent, so if I'm going pass, they're going, what? I'm going pass, and they can only understand my mouth. I'm going pass. So like the home advantage that comes with the home support. You don't really hear it when you're on pitch. You only hear it when you score a try and at the end of the game, and obviously the national anthems. But you can't depend on home advantage either. There's if that's something that boosts us up, that's something that boosts up, and we'll work that out in the tournament. But you can't go in with expectations that that's going to be the reason that you win, and no one else should have that expectation either.
Have you spoken to the 2022 Lionesses about their experiences and what it was like playing at home and then going on to win, what that experience is like?
Yeah, I had a conversation with Alex Greenwood, and she spoke really well around what to expect and how to take yourself through the tournament. And I learned so much from that conversation, and still have connections with her now, that if during this tournament I need someone that I can just reach out to and say, actually, what do you think about this? And did you have a similar feeling? I feel like I've got that connection. But, what I took out of it is be in the moment. And it's so special, the memories that you're going to make and the whole journey around it. She just said, just be in the moment and really, really just, I'm going to say soak it up again. But that's what I kind of took away, and it's something that I'll take on during this tournament as well.
The Euros was amazing, but it was ridiculously nerve-wracking for England fans, wasn't it? They didn't make it look easy.
Yeah.
Is it going to be more smooth? We're not going to have a heart attack watching you, right?
Don't know. Anything can happen. The Lionesses might have said that's the way to keep people on the edge of the seats. Yeah. That could have been the tactic. You have no idea. But is it going to be as smooth? I don't know. Just keep on supporting us and believing in us. And you might be on the edge of your seats sometimes, but it's entertaining. It's entertainment. So I hope you are.
Ellie, you're competitive, right? Because you've got to be, because you're a professional athlete. Do you think you can beat Anne in a pub quiz?
Yeah.
No. Sorry,
no. So you're competitive as well.
Yeah.
It depends what the topic's on, but yeah, I think I can be.
So.
Really, I think we should play then.
Yeah. Okay, right. It is time for our Asahi pub quiz. You guys need to get your jerseys on. They're on the back of your chair, and then we'll get going. Okay, you guys ready?
Ready.
I'm ready.
You're looking very good. Right, Ellie, you are Asahi Super Dry Zero.
Yep.
And Anne, you're Asahi Super Dry.
Fabulous.
Gone for the red. I knew you'd go for the red straight away. As soon as I saw it, I was like, that's Anne's.
I need attention.
Ellie didn't even get the choice. So I've got 6 questions for you and an opinion-based question at the end. Okay, so it's all very simple. The winner of the bonus point question will be chosen by the fans. So you won't know who wins that until next week's episode, everybody. So the aim of the game, I'm going to read a question. You've got to grab the ball and answer it.
Fabulous. Easy.
Suss me out.
Yeah.
See you later. I got it.
And don't break Ellie because she's got a World Cup.
I think Ellie's more likely to break me, if anything.
Okay, right. Question number 1. We have the World Cup trophy with us today. It is beautiful. It's made of sterling silver and plated in gold. But can you guess how many carats it is?
I don't know what a carat is.
I only ever hear of 24.
24.
She's stolen it. Ellie.
I've got 4 younger sisters. I'm not nice.
Was that answer?
24 karat gold.
Yeah, but I won because I got the ball.
Fine, sorry. I looked down to get it and it gone. That was silent, like a silent assassin. God, right, okay. I'm showing up now.
1-0 to Anne.
Fine, I just gave it that.
Okay. Ellie,
Yeah, sorry, so focus.
Focus.
I'm just focused on the ball right now.
Who is the all-time top try scorer at the Women's Rugby World Cup, and a bonus point for the correct number of tries?
Sorry. Bosch Woodman Whitcliffe.
Correct.
How many tries? 34 would be my guess.
34. It is, in fact, 20 tries. So you were sort of close, not really.
Not really that close.
Bit ambitious. But it's okay. No
He's the
bonus
real
point.
winner here.
Yeah. Rugby is the real winner here.
Question number 3. It's 1-1 as it stands.
Okay.
How many pints of Asahi were sold at venues and fan zones around the Rugby World Cup 2023? So how many pints of Asahi? Oh, go on, Anne.
1 million.
You're going 1 million.
1 million, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? I've got the ball.
Can I just say the French love a drink?
Yeah, the French love a drink.
So I'd go
1 million.
Ellie,
So I'm looking at you.
you're incorrect. Ellie, do you have a number? Closest will get the point.
1,000,001.
Oh, don't be silly.
That might be closer then.
Guys, 4.18 million.
So who's closer?
You?
I actually.
Sorry, I was smart with that. I was smart with that.
Scream.
I was smart with
I
that.
hate things like that.
So you won.
This game.
So I was being really. That's the game of chess that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
1,000,001.
And this is why you're a World Cup player and I'm not. That's so smart.
2-1 to Ellie. Thirsty French people. Okay, number 4. Apart from England, can you name another national flag which has 2 colours?
Japan.
Quick.
Ooh,
Nice.
correct.
Very nice. All right. Okay. 2-2.
Right, 2-1.
2 all right. Game is fully on here. Name 2 players from any country that have the same letter for their first and their surname.
2 players.
Oh, no.
From the same country.
From any country that have the same letter as their first name and their surname.
Mordmere.
Correct. Can you name another one?
Should be a timer.
There's some obvious ones.
Is there? I'd love to be able to think about them.
I have 2 now.
Fine, you can have the other one.
Okay, you're going to steal it,
I don't
Anne.
want to share. Beth Blacklock
Oh,
from
yeah,
Scotland.
nice.
Yeah, correct. Can you name another one to steal the point?
Charlotte Caslick.
Yes, that's a good
Yes.
one.
That's a good one because it's
Yeah.
Okay. Anne, you're in the lead, I believe.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, fair enough.
What's the score?
3-2.
3-2. Right, I'm glad you're counting. Okay. Ellie, can you get yourself back in
Yeah,
this?
of course.
Number 6. Can you name the other Red Roses named in the dream team you were part of, Ellie, in 2024? Your face.
There's so many.
If you get it wrong, we'll move on to Anne.
Okay.
So, I think you've got this.
Abby Dow, Holly Aitchison,
Yeah.
Maud Muir,
Yeah.
Zoe Aldcroft.
Yeah.
I don't know how many I'm doing. That's the problem.
One more.
Alex Matthews.
Yes. Congrats. 3-3. It's a draw.
I'm happy for you.
We don't have a tie-break question, but we'll do that. We do have a bonus question though, so the winner of this will get chosen by some of the listeners. Okay, so bonus question. Last time we asked Anne and Shauna if anyone could design a rugby kit. Who would it be? They chose you, Ellie, to design a rugby
Did
kit.
see that. Thank you.
So on that theme, if you could change anything about a rugby kit, what would it be?
I'd go a little bit more out there on the designs. Like go funky with the colour. I have an alternate kit that's like so funky with colour, whether it's bright pink or like a really nice baby blue, and just I'd let that alternate kit be designed by the players as well. So there's like a little bit of the like everybody in the team on that shirt. It might be, I don't know.
Like this.
Yeah, well, yeah, like this, like the stripes of it or the number here. It could be something that's for somebody. I can't remember what's it. It might be New Zealand had names down in the numbers at the back.
That's cool.
Something like that. That just makes it personalised to that team who's wearing it right there and then.
That's a great answer. What would you do?
Mine's not as nice. Not nice, but like, I feel like yours is meaningful. I want like to bring squats back. I'm very into squats.
Playing in a squat.
Huh?
Would you play in a squat?
I think I would. Well, I think I don't play seriously. I play at grassroots level. So I just think it'd look really cute in photos. And just like, so I would maybe have the option to play in a squat. And I have a friend that plays in the squat, and some refs are okay with it, some refs aren't. But having more squats, but having more like, I don't know, something about the shorts and just making them a bit more like flexible, because rugby shorts are quite like rigid. And I think I like the option of a squat just for the like fluidity and like be able to move my legs. So something like that. So bring squats back. If people want. If people want.
It first.
Not enforcing.
If you want a squat, would you play a squat?
No, I wouldn't wear it. Personally, it's not really me.
I think it would be just me. That's all I want.
That's fine. As long as you're happy, it's fine.
Exactly.
I do have one more question for you, actually.
Yeah.
What's one thing you've seen in rugby this year that you've never seen before? It's a great question.
I've never seen before.
Yeah. It's a hard question.
It is a hard question. I feel like in the women's game, we're just getting bigger and bigger, and the activations that brands are doing is a thing that hasn't been done before. So, for example, this type of thing, and having the pledge where over 1,000 pubs are going to be playing the women's game, that's never happened before. That's something that, like, I've seen that I'm like, wow, that this is going to take over now. Like, the women's game, as we think of it right now, it's not ever going to be like that anymore. It's going to take it up another level, and the World Cup is just a stepping stone, and it will go beyond what you can imagine and what you can expect to come from a World Cup, and rightly so, because people are, you know, taking the leap and getting on board of women's rugby and women's sport and changing it for the rest of our careers and the next generations as well. And I hope that that is the thing that inspires everybody to get involved in women's rugby.
That's a great answer. Okay, well, we'll tell you who won that bonus question in next week's episode. But it was a draw for the pub quiz today. Are you guys happy? You'll take that?
Who likes a draw? I want to know who wins.
Yeah, well,
I'm not happy with that, but that's fun.
you can arm wrestle it out, I guess.
Should we arm wrestle?
Yeah, go on.
No, you probably beat me.
No, I wouldn't. We're a lot weaker than We talked a lot about rugby before the break, but I want to get to know you more.
Okay.
Who are you? I'm like, as we can see, like on social media, like it's been so nice to like see more of like who you are as a person and get to know players even more. Something that I find very iconic about you is your hair, and I'm obsessed with it. Can you tell me more about like your hair care routine? What are the steps to looking so fabulous?
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm actually quite fortunate that naturally my hair is quite nice in your opinion. Your words, not mine. But yeah, I don't have a million steps. I just obviously shampoo it, then condition it. I've got a good brush. There's this new brush that I've started using that's almost got the bristles, and then there's like knuckles at the end of it, so it's really hard to explain. I'd have to show insert picture.
Yeah, put a picture because I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm really happy.
But then just a good curl cream and some curl gel and a good diffuser, and that's pretty much all I need to do. A lot of people say that my hair. Well, a lot of my close friends actually say that my hair's quite dry, which I do take great offence from actually, because I might have just. At least they're honest, I guess. But yeah, the whole hair, playing with my hair down, I think it gives me like a mindset that I'm bigger than I am, like, because I don't know, I'm not like physically the biggest player on the pitch. I'm quite tall, but I'm also quite lanky as well. So me having my big hair just gives me this inner confidence of I've got a presence here. And when I hit a tackle, in my head, that's the biggest tackle I've ever made in my life. My hair flings forward, it flings backwards. Now I watch it back and I've just speed bumps the girl. I've not made a big tackle at all. But that's what rugby's about. It's all about confidence. If you can believe in yourself, that was something that, you know, you made a big tackle, you made a big step, and when I run fast, it all flings backwards. Then that's what feeds the confidence into the next thing. And that's kind of like the thing that's changed and that I've found a narrative of over the past few years.
You're also really into your fashion, aren't you? And you put that all over your Instagram as well. Do you use that as a way of sort of expressing yourself and giving yourself confidence?
Completely. I love just throwing together a fit. And one of my favourite things to do is shopping. Number one, I love shopping and spending money. But also, I love, when we go to a different country, we go to some amazing countries around the world. And first thing I think of is, where's the nearest thrift shop or charity shop? What can I get in there that I would not be able to get in England? And how the hell am I going to style that? I just love that whole, you got a canvas and you can be creative. But I'm really, really creative. And I think my rugby is creative as well, that I seek creativity in everything that I do, whether it's camera in hand or what I'm wearing. And just being able to throw something together that a lot of people think, why the hell are you wearing that? But if that's the thing that gives me confidence, that makes me walk into a room like I own the goddamn place, then that's the thing that takes me forward and gives me that happiness and that self-love that people are always trying to seek.
Sunderland has some good thrift shops.
Yeah, I know. I've already looked at Brighton's going to be pretty good as well.
Brighton.
I know. I'm thinking for the World Cup, I underpack. I just go kit. And then anything that I wear is bought on tour.
Oh, that's nice.
That's good.
Then I've got space in the suitcase.
So outside of rugby, like, what have you been doing on like your days off and your nights off, like outside of camp, and like doing karaoke and like dinners out? I heard that there was a prosecco tour that went down well in Italy.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think, well, there's not been that much time off. I've had a lot of activations outside of the team, trying to really push the women's game and this tournament into the right places that it can be pre-tournament, so people don't just jump on the bandwagon once it's going. So I've been pretty busy with that, and some things alongside other brands as well. I've obviously got my own podcast as well that I've been working hard on with Jess Breach. But if I'm honest, that's all it's been. I went away a few times. I stayed out in Italy after and had a few days in the mountains just chilling out. I do nothing and I loved it.
I hear you did a prosecco tour in Italy there as well. So
The
it wasn't
Prosecco
all
tour-
chill.
Well, yeah, but I mean, in all honesty, I thought Prosecco tour, you drink more than one glass of Prosecco. But
Was it just one?
It was more about learning about Prosecco and not what I expected.
You only had one glass.
I mean, it was lovely. But yeah, that's what the Prosecco tour was. But I didn't think that's what Prosecco tour. But it was great as a team for us to get together at the end of a tournament. And then we had a barbecue and that was lovely. But yeah, it wasn't the big like type Prosecco tour that everyone probably expects, including myself. It was just a nice little glass of wine.
Yeah.
Well, Ellie, thank you so much for joining us. You have been absolutely brilliant. I feel like we've got some incredible insight from you. Good luck with the World Cup. Maybe we will see you lifting this bad boy.
Hopefully.
Come the end of it. Fingers crossed. And thank you so much. Everybody, thank you for listening or watching. Also remember to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. And we will be back next week. We'll see you later.
Bye.